Hi, Aquarius. So I pulled the Four of Wands card for you. And then on the bottom, we have the Page of Wands. Okay. And then the messages that we have are dancing in the storm. He knows he's enough. It was successfully done. John Wick. Mudding. I'm not letting go. I love you too damn much. Can you help me heal? Florida. And Rapidash, the Pokemon. Okay, so this week I've been using Yu-Gi-Oh cards just to add a little fun to the reading. So I have a monster stack right here, and I'm going to be getting a monster energy that I need to embody for you right now. So what is Aquarius? What monster energy do I need to embody right now for Aquarius's highest timeline? What monster energy do I need to embody right now for Aquarius's highest timeline? One more. Monster energy. Turtle Tiger. Okay, on the bottom of the deck, we have Battle Ox. So, in every reading, these two cards have had some kind of dynamic with each other. So we're going to see what this is for you. So Turtle Tiger. Okay. And these are spell and trap cards. And these are going to be, this is going to be the energy that you need to harness right now. So for Aquarius's highest timeline, what energy do they need to harness right now? For Aquarius's highest timeline, what energy do they need to harness right now? One more. Okay, some of these have been frightening, so I gotta just... Okay. You have reinforcements. And then insect barrier. I believe Pisces got this as well. Okay. So let's start with Four of Wands. So this is not a typical Four of Wands card. This is like a tree, and it almost looks like it's engulfed in flame, which reminds me of the Grogerman energy that was coming through for the Cancer reading. About maybe some things being overgrown and kind of reducing the energy to ash in order to grow something anew. Refresh. Maybe Grogerman is free. Maybe you've freed Grogerman in your own life. This like Grogerman energy, the soul's purpose, being able to do what it does. So the story was about, I'm not going to say the whole story. I'm just going to say like the jobs. So in the Neverending Story, in the cartoon version, there was a episode about the Perilyn Forest, and it's a forever growing forest. It just constantly grows and grows and grows. And Grogerman is a fire lion, and he just burns through the forest every single night. So the forest grows wildly all throughout the day. and at nighttime, Grogerman burns it down. And these two are both necessary to keep balance, or else like the forest will just grow and grow and grow and suffocate the land. Yeah. So that's what it feels like. Grogerman has been freed, or you freed this energy in some way, and everything is kind of like doing what it needs to do, being reduced. And I feel like Aquarius energy knows this like pretty well. Just not many people are accepting of maybe how Aquarius does it, but it naturally kind of reduces that like overgrowth and is necessary for new cycles. Okay. And then we have this card. So this is my Mary Magdalene card, but in the book, I believe it's called the Mary Queen of Scots card. Or this is technically like who she is Mary Queen of Scots. But just because it has all these roses around her, I equate it to Mary Magdalene. There might be a mention to her in the book, I'm not sure, but from what I remember, it was Mary Queen of Scots. Yeah, this is my Mary Magdalene card. Yeah. Okay. So, where do I want to start? Let's do Dancing in the Storm. So Dancing in the Storm is just kind of about like just learning to find the joy even through the hard stuff. There's this meme on Instagram. I forgot the guy's name, but that guy from The Office, the main guy from The Office, he has a boombox and he's just dancing while everything's like burning down in the background. You know, like that kind of energy, like, you know, might as well like just have fun and just be like, it is what it is. Like this, everything's kind of being reduced to ash, but it's necessary in some way. And just dancing in the storm. Okay, he knows he's enough. So this goes back to a poem that I wrote just about freeing yourself. About freeing yourself and just like doing what is necessary to free yourself. It's about a tower. Yeah, it's about a tower. See, I've been kind of contemplating whether or not I should read my poetry on here. I know I read one for the Geminis, and that felt necessary, but I'm still like debating whether or not to do my poetry on here. But if I do, this will be one of them that I do. Okay. But anyways, it's just about freeing yourself. And just like, even if you feel like you're at rock bottom or just like against impossible odds, just doing what is necessary every day, step by step, and you're going to eventually get there. It was successfully done. So something in your life was successfully done. Maybe you needed just like validation on that. It was successfully done. So John Wick. Funny enough, I get this energy all the time. And like my card for it is like all like crinkled and bent. And to me, I equate this to like shadow energy, but like your shadow energy that is coming for justice. It's coming for like all that energy. So in John Wick, he's retired and he's kind of stepped away from the business that he's in. And yeah, so he's retired. Well, these people, these guys pick on him and find out where he lives and stole his car. And also killed his dog, which was the only kind of remaining thing he had left from his wife that had passed on. And so he hunts these guys down and gets his car back. And to me, that's almost about like reclaiming something that someone stole from you, whether that's like life or actual people who have tried to like steal something from you, even cycles from you or your story. But it could mean many different things for you. Okay, so then we have mudding. And it just sounds like having fun, like running around. I live in the South, and so that's kind of like a big thing out here is mudding. Yeah, just and you're like your four-wheelers on a muddy day going mudding. But it's kind of wintertime, at least in the where I live, so I don't know about that. We'll keep going though. So I'm not letting go. I love you too damn much. Sounds like someone loves you. Maybe that's a feeling that you have right now. Typically, the Four of Wands card in like traditional decks, it's about two people celebrating a coming together. It can also represent like a twin flame card to some people with the 1111, the celebration, a marriage. Okay. So, okay, can you help me heal? So, are you helping someone heal? Is this something that someone is asking of you? Maybe even within yourself? It's next to this John Wick energy. So, it could be about like healing some like kind of injustice and finding the correct avenues that you need to take to heal it. I would not advise literal like harming anyone, but like your justice within. Okay, and then we have Florida. So whenever I get state messages with states, obviously not everyone's going to have a connection with every state. So this could even just like represent something to you within like a movie, family members, or something important with Florida is significant here in some way for you, or might be in the future. Okay, then we have Rapidash. Okay, so sorry about that. So Rapidash. So I have like Pokemon connected with my spiritual, a lot of like my spiritual stuff and a lot of my poetry actually. And I actually haven't posted the poem yet, like on my public site, that is connected to Rapidash. But the Ponyta, which is the first evolution of Rapidash, I have connected with my twin flame energy and the creation, like the building of a foundation. And I kind of want to just leave it at that. I don't want to go too far into that, but it kind of also reminds me of like something kind of being like the old trees, the old what's died, just being reduced to ash, cleansing the energy, the land, whatever that means, to make room for new growth, the next evolution of something even. Okay, now let's get on to these Yu-Gi-Oh cards and see what this is about. So we have, for the energy that you need to harness right now, we have reinforcements. And this looks like a battle going on, fighting for something, a team of people. And then on the bottom of the deck, we have this insect barrier, which kind of reminds me of, of yeah, a boundary. Like in Pisces reading, I believe it was like they had such an intense boundary up that yes, they were keeping out all these little nasty little beetles that has like horns on them, but they were also keeping out the butterflies. And so it was like learning, maybe even like working on your boundaries and your foundations, like what you are, maybe you're keeping things out that you need to let in. And I think about that in like the forms of like friendships too. Like in emotional armor, which is interesting. Capricorn got that about taking down the emotional armor and learning to really lead with the emotions right now. So in some way, like maybe just like reassessing your boundaries, reassessing something. Maybe you're keeping something out or someone out that could help you, that would be important to your life. Yeah. We have all these like people fighting here. Like literally looks like a war going on. Finding your teammates. Oh, maybe that's what that is. Like maybe there's people here that can help you fight or whatever this represents to you, and you're keeping them out. You're keeping out these guys, which good, but you're keeping out, or this might even just represent like one person. Just maybe reassess something or look into that in some way. I'm being drawn. She's holding a flag and he's holding a flag. Okay, so Mary Magdalene energy is very, very sacred to me. And I feel like her archetypal energy can be like misunderstood or everyone, I feel like there's many different ways to interpret her energy, but she has like quite a interesting like arc. She starts off as like a prostitute. And in some ways, like there's a lot of people like myself even, I used to work in the sacred prostitute energy, just like in a spiritual and soulful way. But you could also like relate to that in some way. And that's like part of Mary Magdalene's energy. Um, it might be helpful for you right now to look into that archetype. Um, but also like it's a sacred energy in my book because it evolves. And in how I see it as like the Christ energy within a woman. So it's like the Jesus, the counterpart to Jesus's energy, the feminine energy to that masculine energy. And so it's sacred. It's a divine like counterpart energy. And it's a very, very important one to my life. So yeah, like I don't know. Like Aquarius, I feel like Aquarius is just open-minded to many, many things. Maybe like more so than like other signs or energies, but the natural evolution to Mary Magdalene's path, I believe, is monogamy. It's the counterpart, finding the counterpart, almost like, and that might not be true for everyone, but that is like, that's how I see it. And it almost like looks like success right here, like finding something successful. Wherever you are at and you're in this like arc, in this archetype, like if you're at the beginning, just finding beauty in it and just like, and if you're monogamous now and you've gone through that, like learning to find peace. Like I've had to go through a lot with trying to find peace with my more like polyamorous side, and that's not who I am anymore. And I've had a hard time like finding peace with that. And maybe And maybe I've probably kept out people like here too, you know, that could come in, but it's maybe just like reassessing your boundaries in some way. I feel like that is necessary for you. Okay, and then we have Turtle Tiger as the energy that I'm embodying for you guys. Turtle Tiger. It kind of reminds me of, what is that show, Steven Universe? I've never seen it, but I've seen clips. But like these two different people, they fuse together and they're called a fusion. And they're one body, but they're like two separate people, but they create a whole new person, like a third energy, by their fusion. And this kind of reminds me of that. Turtle Tiger, like a twin flame relationship or whatever you, your counterpart. I went through this in a Scorpio reading. I'm not going to go through it again in this reading, but just finding the person who can meet you in your emotional center, your passionate, your fire, your air, your mind, your friendship area, and your earth, your resources, like the kind of person that you can depend upon, especially when you need someone to lean on. And then in ether, where your signs and synchronicities align as well. And these two mirroring, creating one. And this could even just be you within like your feminine and your masculine energy, which is also very, very necessary. But it could be two people here, since we have this like twin flame thing going on here. And then I'm not letting go. I love you too damn much. And then we have this battle ox. So these two energies always like have some kind of significance together. So battle ox. Are these, so this almost feels like the fusion of either your masculine and feminine energy being like successfully like one with yourself, or two people, like this is a couple united, fused, coming up against a battle ox energy. Is this battle, maybe this is working with you since you have this like reinforcements. Maybe this could even represent another like actual couple working with you, you know, or against you. I don't know. We'll see. But it looks like you're letting in people right now. I want to say that this energy is working in, coming into your life. And maybe like maybe there's a moment of having to like figure things out, feel it out, to make sure that it's not this this thing, that it's this. So maybe it's about just assessing right now, like, who are you? Who are you? Are you fighting with me or against me? Okay, so yeah, dancing in the storm, letting things burn down, letting things go out of your life that need to go out. Like controlled burning. Like, you know, in a native, I believe that's what they call it in with the Native Americans. I don't know if every tribe does this, but I know especially in the West, there's a lot of this, like controlled burning, to actually prevent forest fires. You go ahead and you burn it out, you purify the land to prevent something bigger and more disastrous from happening. What does that have to do with this, though? With maybe within your love life, within this sacred feminine energy within you. Like I said, you could be in any arc within this energy, whatever this represents to you. Maybe allowing things to go, old cycles, to just like find the peace with them. Dancing in the storm, just like letting stuff go. Like feeling the weight of maybe the past, feeling the pain of it so that you can just like burn it out, purify it, and just dance. Like that's so, I feel like especially if you're going through something like challenging, dancing, getting into your body, listening to more music, and just like really just like it's just a natural and easy way to just alchemize and know that you're enough. Like know that no matter where you're at right now, that you're going to get where you need to go. Reducing some of those like in the tarot, the Tower card is just like a structure that's like it's something that's almost like outlasted, or it's stayed longer than it needed to. Like you can choose to have a tower moment. You can choose to have a tower moment and bring something down, or it will happen for you. Just life being life. It reminds me of stuff that's like being it's outdated. It's still there past the time that it needs to be there, and knowing when it needs to come down. Like this tree, like it's an old tree. Clearly it needs to be like brought down so that new life, the potential for new life to grow right here and house like animals and or whatever fruit, whatever that is. It was successfully done. So maybe this is just like giving you encouragement for the future. It was successfully done. Or it just means something very personal to you. Okay. And did we kind of clear this with the John Wick energy? Coming for getting your justice soulfully and spiritually and following your spiritual alignments. I feel like when you have the intention of justice, you're naturally pulled forward through it. It just might take some time, but just like take it step by step by step. And have fun. Because you have mudding here, which is fun. It's messy. Just exciting. Yeah, and just like letting loose. Like make sure you're having fun. You're listening to music, you're dancing in whatever storms you're going through, whatever these challenges are. And just like almost doing like the controlled burn, like being proactive. This reminds me of being proactive. And can you help me heal? I mean, this might literally be like helping like a soulmate or your twin flame or whatever this represents. Or whatever this represents, like you're healing this, helping someone heal, helping a friend heal, helping each other heal, to be able to be strong and be like this united force. Letting, just like assessing and who, instead of blocking out everyone, just like who's allowed to come in, like who is that? Who's that? What is that? In Florida. Yeah, this just could represent something very, very personal to you. I would look out for Florida just, and maybe the next few days, just see if there's any kind of synchronicity or any kind of message about Florida. Just kind of just pay attention. And then Rapidash, there's a new evolution coming in something. Maybe it's within you, like your soul. your spirit, a relationship. Maybe this like fusion. The tiger is also very fast energy, and then the turtle is very slow. So that could literally represent like the dynamic that you're in with someone, or just learning how to harness like the strength and speed of maybe the tiger, but also the patience and the slowness of the turtle, the grace of the turtle. These two energies fusing together, maybe within you or within a partnership. And just learning who this guy is. Like, what are his intentions for you? And maybe this could represent just like another couple, or it's a person. So, okay, I want to go ahead and leave that here. I don't want to like just continue to like chip. So I'm going to go ahead and yeah. All right, well, Aquarius, I hope you found something that you needed or could use here. And I hope to see you next time.